Hi folks, hope you're okay today. It's good to be with you and love to everybody out there. I just want to talk about Pascal. This is a book. Uh, this has got Pascal's letters, his apologetic writings. I just want to talk about Pascal, what he means to me, what I get out of Pascal. Then I'm going to read a quote from Pascal and talk about that on the proofs of Jesus Christ. What does Pascal mean to me? Well, to me, Pascal is one of the greatest Christian apologists to ever have lived. He's absolutely brilliant in being prophetic. He came at the dawn of the scientific revolution. There was various things happening in France at the time that were developing science in a rapid way, which was the forerunner for the Enlightenment. And so Pascal knew what was coming round the corner. Already there were stirrings of rationalism in his own culture, and he knew it was going to get stronger as time went on. So just as Kant later on in the next century wrote his Critique of Pure Reason, Pascal had already got there many years before, talking about the role of reason. And this is what I get out of Pascal. Pascal, being a mathematician, is able to explore the realms of reason, the the boundaries of reason, and the limitations of reason. And so he does an expose of human reason. He shows that reason by itself deconstructs itself, internally combusts if it doesn't have a reference point within God. And that's what he does within his apologetic. He shows the limitations of reason and the contradictions within reason. And in a way, he's a postmodern modernist. In a way, he's a modernist. He believes in evidence. But in another way, he's a postmodernist in that he's kind of critiquing the modernist perspective. So he's kind of a paradoxical apologetic, really. And that's why I like him. Because I think it's a powerful apologetic to expose reason at the very core. Uh, is a brilliant apologetic, and so that's what I get out of Pascal. Um, and then page 201, Proofs of Jesus Christ. He says the hypothesis that the apostles were impostors is quite absurd. Let's examine this critically and just imagine the 12 men gathered together after the death of Jesus Christ, conspiring to say that he had risen from the dead. In doing so, they attacked all the powers that be. Now, since the human heart is singularly susceptible to fickleness, to change, to promise, and to bribery, consider the consequences. However little one of the 12 had been misguided, to deny his story under these inducements, or still more, had been terrorized by the possible threat of imprisonment, torture, death, they would have all been lost. So follow that out to its logical conclusion. So he says the hypothesis that the apostles were impostors is quite absurd. Is that true? Is it true? Well, what are the implications? Let's say we say that the apostles are impostors. I cannot read 1 John where it talks about love, 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 that a person would write that and be an utter scoundrel. I cannot understand how James, the Lord's brother, would be preaching the resurrection and be thrown off the temple, as tradition would have it, to his death, and preaching the resurrection and have not given it up before he was thrown off. And I think Pascal's logic is a powerful logic there. It doesn't make sense. The only other option is either it was true or they were deluded. But the option that they were frauds is not substantiated. Frauds would not want themselves to be thrown off temples to be killed. They would not want to be crucified upside down like Peter. They would recant, just as some of the Mormon founders recanted. And I don't think we have to go any further there. I think that proves the point quite adequately. Pascal is brilliant. If you want to be encouraged in your Christian faith, read Pascal. If you're a skeptic, read Pascal. He has some very, very wise things to say, and he's one of my favorite writers. Okay, take care.